noticed him wearing an undershirt with a big red S. I've been in the Pirates clubhouse many a time and never once saw him getting dressed in a telephone booth. He is faster than a speeding bullet and seemingly able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. But he's not a bird, he's not a plane, he's Andrew McCutchen. And even though he plays like Superman, he will need his teammates to play super to get the Pirates flying again.
It's T-Mobile Tuesday Night Baseball from Pittsburgh and PNC Park as the Pirates and Atlanta Braves meet in the middle game of their three-game series. A brief three-game homestand, and we welcome the return of Andrew McCutchen. We might soon be calling him the Great One. He's certainly having another great season, and the Pirates are thankful to have the reigning MVP back in the lineup. You know, the Pirates, Bob, initially got it going without Andrew McCutchen. They felt good about themselves. Remember that two-game sweep here at the PNC Park against the Detroit Tigers? They won a series against the Marlins. But then it looked as though things kind of caught up to the Pirates, and you could really see the team missed. And obviously, Andrew McCutchen.
Oh, certainly. And I think that this really kind of proves that, you know, somebody being absent means a little bit more than what's on the stat sheet, although his stats are pretty darn good. But they covered up for him decently, you know, with Travis Snyder, but they just were not the same team. And I'm hoping tonight, with everybody moving back into their same spot, that he has a very positive effect on this team, both on the field and really their mental outlook.
Barrel Automotive League leaders, you see, despite missing a couple of weeks, Andrew McCutchen still ranks among the league leaders in almost every offensive category. A guy who's quietly back in the lineup. He wasn't on the disabled list, but I think he brings a sense of strong defense back to the middle of that infield, and that's Jordy Mercer, our Allegheny Health Network injury update. Great to see him throwing the ball once again, hitting the ball during batting practice, and back in the lineup.
Yeah, Greg, this could have really been more of a serious injury. When we first heard about it, you know, you didn't know exactly what was going on. Anytime you get something wrong with that forearm, it could be a long time on the disabled list. Thank goodness it wasn't, because Jordy has really established himself as one of the better shortstops around.
Two big names back in the starting lineup, Andrew McCutchen and Jordy Mercer. On the mound for the Pirates, Francisco Liriano. Frankie, he may not be going to Hollywood. He's going to the mound as the Pirates and Braves meet. Coming up next. Yes, right back at it again, and he is back. Andrew McCutchen. Great ovation from the crowd when public address announcer Tim DeBacco read the starting lineups. We expect the ovation will be strong when he takes the field, and then when he heads to the plate in the bottom half of the first inning. He has been anxious, antsy to get back. Fielded a lot of questions from members of the media today before team picture day took place on the field. On the one hand, I'd say there's a lot of pressure on him. That's tough. But on the other hand, this guy soaks that all up.
He knows how to handle that. He's not going to let pressure get to him. He's kind of easygoing, free-spirited guy. He knows when he has to get to work, and he knows when to relax. And he'll be just fine. He won't feel any pressure. He's going to go out there and do what he always does.
Takes the field for the first time in a couple of weeks. The reigning most valuable player in the National League, and what a big lift. It's really like making a gigantic trade all of a sudden. You couldn't make a bigger trade.
We can hear the reaction from the crowd, but I really got to believe that everybody in that dugout is kind of like taking a deep breath right now and thinking, man, this could have been so much worse. He could have been out. He could have been out for the rest of the season, perhaps. When we saw him grab his side in pain in Arizona, but he got well quick. He's back out.
We'll meet the rest of the defenders for the Pirates in a moment, but first we'll give you Freddie Gonzalez's Honda starting lineup. Jason Hayward, the big leadoff man, .344 career average versus the Pirates homered to start the game last night. Phil Gosselin is at second, the rookie. Freddie Freeman at first. Justin Upton hits cleanup. Then it's Chris Johnson. Evan Gattis returns behind the plate. Andrelton Simmons is the shortstop. Struggling B.J. Upton in center. And Aaron Harang, Pirates very familiar with the longtime Cincinnati Red. And now Francisco Liriano takes the mound.
You see Liriano's numbers. Last start, he really did a great job early in that ball game. Was untouched for the first 3 or 4 innings.
Defense is brought to you by Volvo. You've already seen McCutchen in center, so Marte moves back over to left. Travis Snyder is in right field. Ike Davis, Josh Harrison on the corners. Neil Walker and Jordy Mercer up the middle. Russell Martin catches Liriano. Jordy Mercer also back at that right forearm strain. Has that wrapped, and he's ready to go. First pitch, bounce right to second. Boy, already a way better start to this game.
Routine two-hopper, easy out, and that's one of the things definitely want to see tonight. Want to see a nice, well-played game on defense. During this losing streak, there has been a problem with the defense. A lot of errors. Got to clean that up.
Travis Snyder want to keep his bat in the lineup, and a struggling Gregory Polanco sits. Nice strike to the rookie Phil Gosselin. 9 hits and 30 at bats since he was called up from AAA Gwinnett. Had 1 at bat last night as he came on defensively late. And it's 0-2. Pedro Alvarez got his first start at first base last night. And Ike Davis is back in there tonight. 1-2 the count. Clint Hurdle said he will pick his spots when Alvarez returns to first.
Well, you can kind of see from watching that game last night, it's not like people think that just go over there, stand there and catch the ball. There's a lot more to it. You got to make a lot of decisions.
Strikes out the rookie.
A nice tailing change up, down and away. I've always thought, Greg, and I think I've mentioned this before when I've been with you, that a guy that's got good change-ups really eats up young hitters.
Here's now Freddie Freeman. Freeman goes the other way.
pretty good fastball. That was 95, and he reached out, got himself a single.
That's a pretty good hitter right there.
He's a pretty good ball player.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing out on the field with the glove. He's certainly a two-way guy.
He's not somebody that garners a ton of attention either around baseball. You know, there are flashier names, but he's as solid as it gets. Freddie Freeman, who finished 5th in MVP voting last year. Freeman had a couple of hits and a walk last night. He has a base hit the other way against Liriano, and it brings up Justin Upton, who owns a 9-game hitting streak. Upton a couple of hits and 5 at-bats last night, has his average up to 285. His 23 homers are tied for 3rd in the National League. 75 ribbies, 4th best.
Slider?
Looked like it. 1-1. Liriano's 2nd career start against Atlanta, but his first since June of 2010. He was matched up against Tim Hudson, gave up 1 run in 8 innings, struck out 11. That was when he was pitching for the Twins. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, and a man on.
Do you remember, Greg, when the Twins came in here years ago and we faced Johan Santana
and a young Liriano,
and back to back?
Yep.
Wow, what a
but these guys have a rotation set for a long time.
Yeah, you just
2 lefties.
You can never know.
Yep.
It's so hard.
That pitch misses, so he has fallen behind now. Justin Upton, 3 balls and a strike.
Upton has a ton of power. You really want to be careful with him when you have a base runner on. Even though it's 3-1 here, he's still probably trying to make a good pitch with it. Thought he did make a good pitch. That slider awfully close. Maybe finish just a little bit inside.
Russell Martin asking home plate umpire Vic Carapazza about it.
You look at the Point Park University strike zone. You see that did break outside, just a smidgen, about half a baseball.
Johnson takes a strike. Chris Johnson, 2 hits and 5 at-bats last night. So Vic Carapazza behind the plate. Paul Nart at first. Crew chief is Larry Vanover. There he is at second, and Angel Hernandez at third. 0-1 on the third baseman, Chris Johnson. And a strike. And Johnson disappointed at that call. It's 0-2. Says something about it. Doesn't look to the umpire when he does. 0-2.
Umpires will let you have your say most of the time, as long as you're not, staring them down in their face, making it obvious to the crowd that you're in an argument with them. They'll let you go, but they do not like to be eyeballed when you're arguing with them.
Angel Hernandez behind the plate last night. 1-2 on Chris Johnson. Just hangs in there. Pirates and Braves waiting for the second time this season. Andrew McCutchen obviously due up third in the bottom of the first inning. Said he will have no restrictions offensively or defensively.
I'd be curious to see if there's any signs of rust in that swing. I doubt it. I think he's pretty much made out of stainless steel. Yeah. I think it doesn't rust.
As he was telling Tim and Steve last night, he was on the telecast, headset on during a half an inning, said he has Wolverine blood in him. Quick healer.
I like that. Is that legal? Wolverine blood? Got to be careful nowadays.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. And he got it. Liriano strikes out a couple, gave up a hit and a walk, and everybody anticipating that man's return. To lead off as the Buccos come to bat. And the bottom of the first inning, the Toyota starting lineup has Jay Hay, followed by Travis Snyder. Then Andrew McCutchen, his first start since August the 3rd. Neil Walker hits cleanup. Russell Martin bats 5th. Starling Marte, Ike Davis, Jordy Mercer, and Francisco Liriano.
Harang loves to throw fastballs. Years ago, when he was really in his heyday with Cincinnati, those fastballs were pretty fast. He could really throw hard, loves to work it upstairs. He's still having quite a bit of success, but not nearly the hard thrower that he used to be. And he still throws a ton of fastballs, too. Likes to cut it a little bit. He'll try to move that fastball from right to left across the screen.
Aaron Harang signed late in spring training. They had a bunch of injuries to their rotation, so they went after last night's starter, Irvin Santana, late, and Harang, longtime Red. So certainly no stranger to the Pirates. It's 2-1 on Josh Harrison. Bounce to third. Chris Johnson on to Freeman. Harrison bounces out to Chris Johnson. Harrison's .308 average at the start of the day, 6th best in the National League. Irvin Santana survived 3 home runs. Pirates cut that lead to 6-3. Santana just went 5 1/3, 9 hits.
It didn't look like he was going to make it to past 5th there for a while. Pirates were making some pretty good contact on him.
Snyder had a couple of hits and drove a ball to the wall in right field in his second at bat. Also was robbed of a hit late. There's a high fly ball hit deep. Back is Hayward. It's approaching the wall, and Hayward hangs on. Like so many visiting right fielders, they're not sure about that wall. That's a very wide warning track in right, and Hayward's talking right now about it. Here comes McCutchen.
All right, Kutch, I got to do now just hit the first pitch out of here.
Yeah.
Everybody be happy.
Easy script to follow. Strike one. McCutchen, a .357 career hitter against Harang. You see that aggressive swing, that quick wrist, and McCutchen just fine. So is Dan Potash. McCutchen takes that wicked swing.
There's so much torque in his upper body. I think that's really what caused the problem in the first place.
And he was asked again, Bob, before the game about that incident where he was hit in the back. Somebody asked him about the fact that nobody was suspended. He said, well, it just means it could happen to somebody else. It will happen to somebody else, and he would not discount that had something to do with the injury. Was that ball foul?
Yeah, somebody else. You just got to hope they have Wolverine blood.
That's right. So that's exactly right. McCutchen tied for 4th in the league in hitting. Tops in on-base percentage, 3rd in slugging. Line drive left field, but foul. 1-2. The count remains. Two and two. Pirates, remember, called in a Double-A pitcher, a minor leaguer, to pitch live, almost simulated game style, Jeff Inman, to throw to Andrew McCutchen. Decent velocity, breaking balls. McCutchen made mention of that another reason he didn't feel he was rusty. And it certainly doesn't look like I have a problem with the strike zone here.
Can you imagine if you're a Double-A guy, get called up to pitch to the league's MVP for practice? I'd have been scared to death of hitting.
That's one of the things the Pirates mentioned about Inman. How was he selected? Well, he's got real good control.
I like it. I don't think I would have ever been picked for that job.
3-2 pitch. Struck him out looking. So not the way the folks here would have liked. It's 0-0 after 1.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by the all-new Chrysler 200, America's import. By Toyota. Now's the time to go places with Toyota. Visit buyatoyota.com for special offers. And by PNC Bank for the achiever in you. Let's go Bucks!
McCutchen fans all over the place. As we move to the second, Pirates retired in order by Aaron Harang. Francisco Liriano faced 5 batters in the first. 2 were left stranded. And now here's Evan Gattis. Bounced past the mound. Second baseman there. Walker on the other side of the bag.
Nice defensive positioning. Right there. Turned what looked like a bouncer up the middle into an easy out. You can see Walker shading right up the middle. I don't think Francisco realized that the second baseman was standing behind the bag. Good thing he didn't knock that ball over toward the dugout or something.
Trying to pull off a Volquez. Simmons now takes a strike. Andrelton Simmons, the Atlanta shortstop. He followed Jason Hayward's home run in the first inning with one of his own. He was 1 for 5. Goes the other way off the end of the bat. Just bloops it into right. 1 out single for Simmons. Clint Hurdle, Pirates Charities and Root Sports have teamed up for Wins for Kids to raise money for the Children's Institute of Pittsburgh. By making a contribution of just $30 or more, you get a specially designed Clint Hurdle autographed baseball. To make a donation at any level, go to pirates.com/winsforkids. Here's B.J. Upton. A struggling center fielder, batting only .207. Emilio Bonifacio played center field in last night's game.
The OPS in danger of falling into the 500s.
Leads the league with 153 strikeouts. But he is a .294 career hitter against Francisco Liriano. 5 out of 17. Signs everywhere. Hey, hey, Jay, hey. Feeling 22. Love the catch. And a strike.
Oh, stood him up with that fastball. Anytime you get strikes on a fastball of 94 inside like that, it really does great work for opening up the other side of the plate for your slow stuff. Maybe just once isn't going to make that big of a change, but you consistently able to make that pitch, that makes the hitters have to change their approach. Ray, pin with all the different colored inks.
Now it's a full count on B.J. Upton.
I have to ask Ray one time what he uses the different colored ink for different kinds of pitches, different colors for fastballs. I don't know. It's a possibility.
Why would you? What do you use your different colored pens for?
No, mine are all the same color.
3-2.
I take that back. I got blue and black ink. Whatever the hotels I get them from decides that's what color I use.
Honest man.
I got different color pens right here.
Thanks Zach again for handing you those two.
No, I use these all the time.
No, you don't. Runner goes, throw is down late and safe. Walker had to go up and get the ball as it was in the dirt. Otherwise, they get Simmons.
Yeah, I'm going to look at it just in case. But you know, when you're making that catch with the ball down, you're bringing the glove up as you're catching it. Then you got to stop and go back down again. Well, that wasn't the case. I thought that was what happened. But
he comes up and puts it down right away.
Yeah.
Instead, he made the tag up.
I thought he didn't have time to go back down, but he had time to go down. He just never got the glove back down to the bag.
Well, Aaron Harang, 3 hits and 44 at bats this season. Walker will tell you that's a play he should have made. That goes as a stolen base, and even though it was in the dirt, it would have been there in time to get Simmons. Upton struck out looking as Simmons took off on the 3-2 pitch. Now 0-2 on Harang. One and two. Four steals and 8 tries for Simmons. Two and two. First couple pitches looked like it was going to be a 3-pitch strikeout. But now the next two in the dirt and Harang not offering. Harang has 1 career homer. And now it's 3-2.
A pretty good eye by Harang. He's big enough to have more than 1 career homer. He's 6'7". Big man. Played all those years at Great American Ballpark. Good place to hit long
Look
balls.
at this. Base hit into center field. Aaron Harang picks up the base hit and the RBI. His first ribby of the season, and it's 1-0 Atlanta.
If it would have been the straightaway center, excuse me, I don't think that Simmons would have been able to score, but he hits this ball toward right center. And now when McCutchen gets to it, he's having to run sideways. He's got to close that left shoulder back up to make a throw, which takes just on 1,001 to do. And that's about what Simmons got in by, just barely. I'm surprised he didn't decide to slide there, huh?
Ball 1. So a couple things happen there. No, more than a couple. Simmons hits the ball at the end of the bat, a bloop single to right. On the 3-2 pitch he took off, Upton struck out looking. The ball was in the dirt. Walker didn't apply the tag down low by the bag, so Simmons gets the steal. Liriano was out in front of his mound opponent a quick couple of strikes, then got it to 3-2, and then Harang with a base hit to center brings home Simmons. 1-1 on Hayward, who was retired on the first pitch of the game. Aaron Harang's 21st career ribby.
Very unlikely run with the steal of second that probably shouldn't have been, and then the rare RBI from Harang. Good slider, 88 miles an hour, nice velocity. That is certainly something we've talked about a lot over the last 3 or 4 starts, the way he's picked up that velocity on the slider, and he's getting a lot more swings and misses on it.
See, Russell Martin really liked that one. Tap toward third. Harrison on the short hop gets Hayward, but the Braves get 1.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. 5 Hour Energy helps recognize those who, despite their own needs, put others first. By the Chevy Impala and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks!
Braves up early, 1-0. Going to the bottom of the second inning. RBI Baseball is back with all 30 MLB teams and 2014 players. Get the retro 2-button style baseball game you've been missing. Visit RBIGame.com for more details and download today on your console and mobile device. So the Braves get one. Heading to the bottom of the second, and the 4, 5, 6 men in the order against Aaron Harang. Braves now a game back of the wild card spot, or one of the 2 wild card spots. Pirates 2 games behind for one of those spots. Girl Roots for the Pirates. So Aaron Harang, who went to spring training with the Cleveland Indians, was told he wasn't going to make the opening day roster, had an opt-out clause. Braves had all those injuries to their rotation, and Harang signed and was really one of the bigger surprises, especially in the first half of this season. After pretty much a miserable campaign last year with Seattle and the Mets. 5.40 combined ERA.
That's one of the better places to go and pitch. That real big ballpark. Harang does like to work upstairs. His home run percentage as far as his fly balls is way down this year. Maybe because of that big ballpark.
Drops untouched as Upton, Simmons, and Johnson give chase.
Only 7% of his fly balls have gone out of the ballpark. And league average is up around 10 or 11%.
A total of 11 home runs. 4 to left-handed hitters. 12-year Major League veteran Aaron Harang. Walker, big home run last night in terms of distance. Traveled some 432 feet, bounced into the Allegheny.
He hits a heavy ball. Doesn't float long. Only stayed on the top of the river for a little while and decided to sink right away.
Three and two. Take a look at this heavy ball. Just a matter of whether it was going to be fair. It was fair. Bounces onto the Riverwalk. A couple of hops, and kerplunk. Before long, sunk. The 3-2 pitch to Walker. Popped it up. Justin Upton. The first out. Harang was a 6th-round pick of the Texas Rangers back in 1999. The A's picked him up before the 2001 season for Randy Velarde. And then a deadline deal in 2003. 11 years ago, he was traded to the Reds for pitcher Joe Valentine, another minor leaguer. Ball rattled Evan Gaddis's cage. 0-1.
See his head snap back? Well, got it good. Wow.
Allegheny Health Network Supermo. Back to Harang. Takes care of Russell Martin, 2 up and 2 down. But he was traded, Bob, to the Reds from Oakland, along with those players. For, do you remember? Former Pirate. In fact, I think you and I brought his name up earlier today. His name was mentioned at some point late this afternoon. A player that was traded from Cincy to Oakland in the Harang deal.
What year was that?
Jose Guillen.
Oh, Jose Guillen, yeah.
Starling Marte had a 2-homer night last night.
Name did come up.
Marte now back in left field. 3 for 4. Last night's game.
Anytime you're talking about a strong-armed outfielder somewhere, chances are Jose Guillen's name's going to come up. He could bring it from right field, like that guy.
Well, a ball and 2 strikes so far for Harang. It's 5 up and 5 down. Marte now has a 5-game hitting streak. Still 1 and 2. Marte's 2 home runs last night. Here was the first one the other way over the right center field fence, just snuck over. His second one was a no-doubter. Well into the seats. Chase in the dirt. On to first to complete the strikeout. A couple of perfect innings for Harang. And it's 1-0.
Yesterday to send in questions using the hashtag BucksTuesday. Our first question is from Joe. What Pirate batters would you be cautious to pitch against in the past?
Definitely the big one for me was Andrew McCutchen. I got him out often enough, but he also took me out of the ballpark a few times. So you can get him out, but at the same time, if you make a mistake, he's going to make you pay with a double, a single, a home run, and any one of those. He makes sure if there's guys on base, he's going to do the right thing and put the ball in the right spot. So he's always been tough.
So when was John happier? When he knew that he was going to be playing alongside Andrew McCutchen guys, or when he saw him come back off the DL today? Just wondering.
Yeah, happy for sure on both counts. This ball hit the other way. Another opposite field single. Andrelton Simmons had a similar base hit. Goslin leads off this inning with a base hit to right.
Got him with that changeup last time, didn't he? Base hit on the fastball.
Well, Freddie Freeman went the other way. A base hit to left field with nobody on and 2 outs in the first. Now Jordy Mercer stays at the shortstop position. Pirates have 3 infielders on the right side and lined into right center field.
Snyder kind of shading over toward right center a little bit. Quickly got to that ball. Everybody could just move 90 feet. He didn't just kind of flick that one the other way. He did that first at bat. Kind of a similar pitch as far as location.
Well, Freeman 2 for 2, and here's Justin Upton with nobody out. Upton walked against Liriano in the first.
Tried to get him with that 3-1 slider that was just off the plate, barely inside. Liriano, more than any of our other pitchers, gets a lot of those swings at those balls that are bouncing down by the plate. Not only the slider, but they'll get those chases on the changeup down there.
Oh, 0-1. Deep to left. Marte back. And gone. Justin Upton hits his 24th home run, and it's 4-0 Atlanta in the 3rd inning.
Now, these are the kind of things you have to stay away from. Last time up, I was talking about the 3-1 pitch that they were probably not going to give into him because he's got all this power, and there was somebody on base, and they didn't. They threw that slider inside, ended up walking him. But this time he got a strike, not a horrible strike, probably knee high, but still he got a strike, and there's that power changeup.
Braves up 4-0. Justin Upton playing in his 1,000th career game. It's his 24th home run of the season. Liriano, that's the 12th allowed by the lefty on the year. After the home run, a strikeout, 1 away. Chris Johnson goes down for the 2nd time. Well, Upton now with 78 RBIs on the year. Upton hit 27 homers last season. What an addition for this Braves lineup. Justin Upton, the former first pick overall in 2005 by the Diamondbacks.
It looked like they really had a fixture there in Arizona. They decided that no more, what they call right field, uptown.
Remember how peculiar that was, too. People wondering why in the world would they trade Upton? Is there some baggage that Kevin Towers and the Diamondbacks wanted to rid themselves of? They sent Chris Johnson in that deal along with Upton. Braves went on to win 96 games last year. Ball high in the air to center. Evan Gattis is the 2nd out. Braves played the Dodgers in the National League Division Series, lost to the Dodgers. Here's Andrelton Simmons.
Simmons really takes a big swing, doesn't he?
Doesn't get cheated. Gold glove last year for Simmons. To the shortstop, Mercer. Takes care of him, but consecutive singles to start the inning, and then Justin Upton homers. It's 4-0 Braves. The annual team photo day. Pirates gathered. Dave Arrigo, the official team photographer, taking the photos of the city in the backdrop. This is the second straight year that Dave Arrigo decided to use the skyline as the backdrop, and the Pirates deciding both years to use that alternate black jersey top for their official team photo. That's official.
Yes, it is. Probably got some pictures of that also. Well, the black jersey top worked last year. Maybe they're just superstitious.
Yeah. We talked to Dave Arrigo before the game on the radio pregame about 24 years as the team photographer, having to go through that process, trying to gather everybody, get them out there. He said there were some interesting times with your teams, with Jim Leyland. And he said Jim would make sure, basically, that when Leyland got there, take the picture. Let's go.
He wasn't going to sit there for more than about 45 seconds. That was it. Let's go. They tell you about the time he had the wrong film, the camera, and we all had to do it again the next day?
Well, he didn't mention that part. He said he has had some interesting stories to tell, but I think he left that one out. There was one in 1994, I think he said, where it wasn't processed properly or something to that effect, and it had to be kind of colorized. And so that 1994 photo will go down in history as maybe not an original. Davis takes a called third strike. That's 3 Ks for Harang. And you can see what Davis thinks of that call.
Certainly did not like it. And it was a little bit inside.
Jordy Mercer. Missed the series in D.C. That forearm strain, and missed last night's game. And he lines this towards center field, and it's in there for a hit and past Upton, but not far enough for Mercer to think about going any further. Mercer's back. First hit of the game for the Bucks.
That had to feel pretty good for Mercer to get back up there and contribute right away with this line drive base hit. Maybe get this offense going a little bit here in this game. And it sets up an opportunity for Liriano. Now he can sacrifice punt. Upton got way too close to that. He didn't realize he wasn't going to make the catch. If he would have been able to figure that out a little sooner, he would have been able to pull up, get a nice long hop, and wouldn't have had the possibility of the ball getting by him for a double.
Punted. Taken by Johnson. Liriano drops down his fourth successful sacrifice punt. Want to see how you root for your Buccos? Be our AT&T fan photo of the night. Show us how you root for your Pirates. Submit the picture via Twitter. Use the hashtag BucsFanPhoto, and we'll show them tonight during our telecast. Again, the hashtag BucsFanPhoto. Maybe you've got some Jolly Rogers around your house. Brief homestand here, and then a brief road trip. Tomorrow night, Bucks and Braves, and then it's on to Milwaukee for a weekend series against the Brewers. Josh Harrison bounced out his first time up. A lot of Jay Hay shirts everywhere. Pirates actually would like to give Harrison a day off. He has been playing every day. Which is the off day, the travel day on Thursday.
It really is tough to give your better players days off this time of year. The games themselves become so important.
Yeah.
Especially now we've fallen behind a little bit here. Need to put on a little bit of a push to get back up there into that, at least the wild card spot. But late August, everybody's feeling a little on the tired side. Could use that day off.
Garrett Cole will pitch tomorrow night. Returns from the disabled list. Alex Wood, the lefty, will go for Atlanta. Two count. Aaron Harang has been very durable as Liriano got the bunt down and moved the runner to second. Harrison trying to get him home with 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bucks down 4. That won't do it. Second baseman Gosling on to first. Through 3, 4-0 Braves.
Antonio Brown could do a lot on a Tuesday afternoon, but today he decided to take batting practice with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Not something you get a chance to do every day. And of course, Antonio now joins me in the social media suite. He's the guest of the Pirates tonight on their Twitter account. And first of all, how much fun was that? And secondly, did you hit any of the coaches? Because when Ben Roethlisberger was here earlier in the summer, he had a drive down the left field line that actually almost nailed one of the coaches.
Well, I did a good job not hitting any coaches. And it was obviously fun, different, something exciting, and something I love to do, getting out there with the players. And then going through what it's like for them to get out there and get prepared before a game, knowing that they show up about 5 hours earlier before they even play to get warmed up.
I heard you opened up some eyes. So was baseball ever a possibility for you?
No, but I would consider it. It seemed really fun. And it's pretty enjoyable sport, so I'm excited just had the opportunity to be out with the fellas today. Excited about my new jersey and go Bucks.
What was it like to interact with some of the fans? In fact, there's an opportunity for fans if you actually tweet the Pirates using the hashtag AYCTBucks to win an autographed baseball from Antonio Brown and also a prize pack that contains a Starling Marte jersey. What was it like to interact with some of the fans?
Oh, tremendous honor, man. The fans is why we do it and why they're here, and get them excited. As always, to give them a great response on Twitter and do giveaways and contests to keep them active and keep them knowing that we appreciate them.
Hey, real quickly before I let you go, I know you interact with a lot of fans on Twitter, told people during training camp that if you could not get over to sign an autograph for them, just to mail the packages to you and you would take care of it. Have you taken care of all the packages?
Not yet. I got 2 weeks. When preseason's over, everyone look to receive their packages before the year starts.
Fantastic. Good luck this season, Antonio.
Thank you, brother.
Guys, it's all yours.
All right, Dan and Antonio, thank you. I saw, I don't know whether he or someone tweeted out the photo of all those packages that he got. He's got some work to do. There the ball bunted to Harrison as Upton started this inning off with the double. B.J. Upton, and he's moved to third by Harang. You heard Dan Potash refer to Ben Roethlisberger taking batting practice earlier this season and hitting Ray Searage, the Pirates pitching coach.
Look out, Ray. Doc. Oh.
Bang.
He's all right. It's just your hand. Oh, Ray must have a little Wolverine blood anyway.
That's right. Infield in with Hayward at the plate. And the Bucks already down 4-0. Hayward still protects that jaw. Hit by that pitch last year. Finished the season on the DL. Jonathan Neese of the Mets hit him with a pitch. Just stays alive.
Greg, it seems to be maybe more guys wear that type of helmet. All these different protective devices are coming out nowadays. The pitchers, that they have that big hat for them if they want. It didn't seem like that would be all that obtrusive to have to wear.
Dribbler and foul. A cue shot.
And I think of the protection.
Yeah.
To have something there in front of your face, in front of your jaw.
Yeah.
I mean, it still would feel good, but it could really prevent a major injury. Might hang in there better too on the curveballs.
Do you remember speaking of the Steelers, the homemade Dave Parker device? The Steeler equipment manager made it for him after, I think he barreled over Johnny Oates opening day.
Was it Oates or Stearns?
Might have been Stearns. Well, he also barreled over Oates one opening day, but it might have been Stearns that broke the jaw.
Was he called out automatically because he hit the catcher?
I would hope so.
So would I. Thank goodness for that rule change.
Yeah. Line drive, base hit. It is 5-0 Braves. Hayward rips it into center. and 8 hits for Atlanta.
A lot of hope for this game early on. Talked about with Kutch coming back and Mercer getting back out there and everybody in the right spot, but so far it hasn't turned out the right way. Braves getting out to a pretty good lead here now.
Phil Goslin takes a strike. Braves left 2 men on in the first inning. After Freeman singled, Upton walked, scored a run, left a man on in the second. Justin Upton, that is, a 3-run homer in the third, and now B.G. Upton leading this inning off with a double. Hayward brings him home. Braves 8 hits and 17 at bats against Liriano so far.
A lot of base hits, 63 pitches now. Need to get 2 outs with 1 pitch. It help things out immensely.
To right, Snyder toward first, but Hayward gets back.
Snyder's been in the right spot a lot tonight. They're doing a good job of setting up before the pitch.
There's Freddie Freeman. He's whacked a single to left and lined a single to right. Takes away ball 1. Last year Freeman hit .319, drove in 109. He's currently 9th in RBIs this season with 68. In there against lefties too. He's hitting over 275 against left-handed pitching. His former second-round pick 7 years ago, Fountain Valley, California native, will turn 25 years old next month. The Braves locked him up, an 8-year deal this past February.
Definitely the type of guy you want to lock up for a while. Solid in all phases of the game.
Plays off that. Three and 1 on Freeman. Strike call.
It's a pitcher's pitch. He had to make that one. Don't want to lay it in there. Down by 5 runs. You have to paint with that one. He did it.
And the runner goes, and the pitch goes back to the backstop. He walks Freeman. Hayward to second.
He needed to make the same pitch on the 3-2, something very close, and that one not close enough. Got a good bounce. off the limestone. Came right back to Wilson. Hayward had to throw on the brakes, couldn't get to third.
So Freeman reaches again. And Ray Searage to the mound.
Yeah, nobody throwing in the bullpen, right? Just maybe trying to give him a little bit of a breather. He's throwing a lot of pitches. That was number 70 now. And he's done that 3 2/3. So he's working, having to work hard out there. A warm evening. That was just kind of give him a little bit of a break.
Here's Justin Upton, that 3-run homer his last time up.
Well, Greg, I'd like to say happy birthday to Barbara McArdle from Star Junction. Barbara, big Pirate fan. She's 80 today. Happy birthday, Barbara.
Right, happy birthday. Happy birthday indeed. We also want to send a shout out, as Bob and I both got a letter today from a young lady talking about the 1960 World Series. Alice All, big Pirates fan, watches all the games. And we also want to send a shout out, while we have a moment, to and get well wishes to Dan Thayer, who had multiple bypass surgery last week. High school teacher at Baldwin High School. Get off the DL soon, Dan. And our best wishes to Dan Thayer. Two and one on Justin Upton. Last time out for Liriano, he went 6 innings against the Tigers. Has gone at least 6 in 5 straight starts. To first for the final out. Braves score another and lead by 5.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by T-Mobile Tuesday Night Baseball.
Here in Pittsburgh, the Pirates, who were beaten by the Atlanta Braves last night 7-3, trail game 2 of the 3-game series 5-0. Travis Snyder sent Jason Hayward back to the wall in the first inning. We were talking about how, like other visiting right fielders who don't play here very often, and the Pirates and Braves meet only once in each city every year during the regular season, Hayward thought that wall was creeping up closer, and this ball lined to right center field. That's scooting all the way to the wall and bobbled by Hayward. So Snyder thought about it, but realizing down 5-0, no need, and it's a double on a 10-game hitting streak.
Snyder has really been a big lift to this offense. Ever since Kutch got hurt, he started getting regular playing time and has not looked back. Yeah, Greg, he's hitting the baseball now, not just for base hits, but I think with more authority than we have seen him with the home runs, the extra base hits. He's gaining a lot of confidence just every game he seems to play. And as you pointed out, he made the right decision there. Hey, there's down by 5. Can't make it out on the bases.
Eight doubles for Snyder on the year. One ball and one strike on McCutchen. That's hit hard to right field, but Hayward going to get back there to make the catch.
A productive out, went the other way, so that if it did go for an out, he'd at least move that runner to third. An opportunity for Walker to get us on the board. Snyder at third base, just one out. He did hit that one rather well, trying to stay inside the baseball, drive it hard the other way. I don't see any rust, right?
Looks like he hasn't missed a beat.
That's a nice swing on that ball.
Walker flied out to left field on a 3-2 pitch from Aaron Harang. Ball, one strike on Neil Walker. It's headed toward the seats. Johnson over. One ball, two strikes.
It's 90 feet away. Got to figure out a way to get him home. Ground ball to an infielder, fly ball, or base knock, something.
Ground ball. Johnson will rob Walker of a hit. Pirates get a run.
That's the big thing. You got to get that RBI home no matter what when you're down by 5. Can't leave one out there at any time. All opportunities must be cashed in, and Walker able to do that.
Snyder doubled. 52nd RBI of the season for Walker. And a nice play there by Chris Johnson.
Yeah, got up quickly, was able to get off the accurate throw.
Russell Martin tapped back to Harang his first at bat. A 5-1 game. Hit hard, but at the shortstop, Simmons retires Russell Martin. 5-1 Braves, on to the 5th. At PNC Park, folks enjoying the game with their pets as the Buccos and Braves meet here. Our day automotive this day in Pirates history. 2012, Buccos in 19 innings beat the Cardinals in St. Louis. Pedro Alvarez breaks the tie, solo home run. Andrew McCutchen also had a 2-run RBI single later. Pirates beat the Cardinals 6-3.
That's a bow tie bar.
That's across the river.
Raise it. Hopefully tonight. Pirates on the board now.
See if Liriano can have a quick inning. Hasn't had one yet.
It's so important, after that run in the bottom of the fourth, to now put up a 0 and keep whatever momentum you got going your way.
Jordy Mercer playing that ball off to the side. Not able to make that play. And he is charged with the error.
Maybe it's Mercer that's showing a little rust. Obviously should have made that play.
'91 errors this season by Pirates fielders, tied for the most in the National League with the Diamondbacks. And past Walker. That will go as a base hit. Putting runners at first and second.
Going off the glove also. Well, Liriano has gotten a couple of ground balls, but one in air, another one just out of Walker's reach. Not the way he wanted to start the inning. Got the bottom three coming up, though, with Simmons and BJ and the pitcher. Harang.
Ball one on Simmons. Singled, stole a base, and scored the first run in the second inning on the Aaron Harang single to center. Mariano has now allowed 9 hits. He's walked a couple, struck out 4. Big cut there by Simmons and ends up on his knee. And with that swing, Russell Martin goes out to talk to Liriano.
Simmons really takes a big swing. A lot like Gomez, isn't it? Except the helmet doesn't come off.
Helmet stays on for Simmons.
Probably a little bit better fitting lid.
Brewers, by the way, have taken an early lead at home against Toronto. 1-0. He has fallen behind Simmons 3-1, and when you look at this situation, down 5-1, 5th inning, 2 on, nobody out. This is getting dicey, to say the least, for Liriano and the Pirates. Bullpen gets a call, and now they are loaded with nobody out. And now the fans getting restless.
Now Liriano is not obviously going to go deep in this ball game anyway. The pitch count's getting up there. He's down by 4. He's in trouble now. Bases loaded, nobody out. He is getting closer to being out of this ball game. Compton up for the second time tonight.
B.J. Upton doubled to start the 4th inning. He struck out his first time.
There you go. That's what you're looking for now. A strikeout and then try to get Harang maybe to hit a ground ball to somebody, make it an easy double play.
He's got the perfect guy up there right now, the man who leads the league in strikeouts, the leagues.
Yeah, that's the glass half full thing right now, is you have Upton up there who you need a strikeout with, and then of course the pitcher who is a very good double play guy if you can get him to hit a ground ball.
Now it's 2-0 on B.J. Upton.
Harang not fleet of foot.
Oh, brother, 3-0.
That's a 2-0 pitch that bounced almost in front of the plate. That's as quick a red flag as you can see. When you get 2-0, you have to throw a strike, and the ball bounces not on the plate but out in front of the plate. That means your gas tank, I think, is getting empty.
Swings away and hits it down the line and right and off the wall. This will score 1. 3-0 swinging, and Upton hits it off the wall and right, and it is 6-1 Atlanta. 3-1 count.
Well, at least Snyder was able to get the ball in fairly quickly.
I'm pretty sure that was a 3-0 count.
Yeah, it was 3-0.
Yeah.
It was 3-0 for sure. Just winning 3-0, and everybody only went 90 feet. And it could have been a lot worse if everybody would have been able to read that this ball was off the fence, took off running immediately. Snyder, even though the ball bounced by him a little bit, quickly jumped on it and got it in.
The Pirates are trailing 6-1, and one of the worst starts of the season for Liriano. In fact, it could wind up being his worst. He did give up 6 runs back in May in 5 innings against the Orioles. He is, of course, responsible for the base runners Gaddis, Simmons, and Upton. Chris Johnson's run unearned. He reached on the error that started this inning.
Really, Greg, there's so much hope tonight that this is going to be a big turnaround. Getting that look at Compton's numbers, getting the lineup back to kind of what you wanted. Liriano on the mound, and it just is very disappointing to this point.
Aaron Harang singled in the first run. And maybe that was the telling at bat of the night.
Yeah, really.
Francisco Liriano. He jumped out in front of Harang 0-2 and then couldn't throw a strike the next 3 pitches. And on a 3-2 count, Harang singled to center. Very weak hitting pitcher. Now 1-2 as Compton got out in front. 0-2, but missed there with that breaking pitch. Misses with that breaking ball. By the way, the infield is at double play depth with Harang at the plate. But surprised that they're not going to matter. Strike 3 call.
They took it right down the middle.
Oh, Compton comes in and gets Aaron Harang.
What if Harang was afraid to put the ball in play, thinking that he was going to perhaps hit to a double play? I mean, that was a fastball right there. He didn't even think about offering after the last time up where he got the base hit. Do you think he could have been thinking that? Oh, I'm not going to swing here. I'm going to hit a ground ball. Didn't want to hit to a double play.
Give myself a 7-1 lead.
Well, that's true too. But didn't look like he was all that anxious to swing.
He is. Whips it into right center. Jason Hayward. This will score 1. Headed to third is the throw. This scores 2. Braves are just up there whacking the ball all over the place. Feeling quite comfortable in the box. First 2 games of this series.
The location of that pitch. Another ball that was up.
Two-run single for Hayward.
Really hoping for better things after the road trip, the coming home. The team has played so well here at home this year with just a great home record. I think these first 2 games back have shocked everybody right now. Very quiet group in the dugout.
And in the stands. Two and one on Goslin. Count even on the rookie. Compton grew up in the Atlanta area, a Braves fan, but now trying to put down this inning. That's another strikeout.
Not a lot fancy about that. That's just fastball in the outside corner. Got caught thinking maybe that was going to be a breaking ball, I believe. Thought it might keep going the other way, but it didn't. Just sat there.
Freddie Freeman has singled twice and walked. One and one. Thinking about Bob, you said something about Freeman being a guy that you would certainly want to lock up. He's a solid offensive player and one of the better defensive first basemen in the league. And look back at some of the first basemen these Braves have had over the years. It's been a pretty strong position for them, hasn't it?
It really has.
Back to well, way back. I guess you could go back to the days of Bob Horner for a while. They had
Bob Watson was there the year that a couple years I was a Bravo. Fred McGriff, Crime Dog.
Chris Chambliss, yeah, Crime Dog. And Andres Galarraga there for a time.
Chambliss and Watson kind of shared that for a little bit there.
Had Sid Bream for a time. Pirate fans know that.
I recall that, yes.
As Adam LaRoche started his major league career in Atlanta. Lonely place right now for Liriano. And Freeman reaches again. Second time he's walked in this game. 3 walks in the first 2 games of the series. And Justin Upton is the 9th man to hit. Five men to the plate in the first inning, 5 in the second. 6 in the 3rd inning. 6 in the 4th came to the plate against Liriano. And now Justin Upton, who's walked, homered, and grounded out. Hit. This is going to score 2 more. 10-1 Atlanta. And a stunner. Back-to-back games here.
You just hope, Greg, that this series doesn't have any repercussions. You're going into Milwaukee where you just almost have to win this weekend. And I think everyone, at least I was hoping that this home series would kind of
right the ship.
Yeah, you know, get a little momentum going, get everybody, feeling a little bit better about themselves. See that bat, head of the bat, about clipped Hayward. But it sure is it's going to be a tough one to shower off.
Check swing, bouncing to Compton. The final out. 5 on the board for the Braves. They are coasting. Shellacking through 4.5 innings. Jason Hayward ripped a 2-run single in the top of this inning and an RBI base hit in the 4th. The inning started when Chris Johnson reached on an error, but Justin Upton has homered in this ball game. B.J. Upton, 2 hits. Aaron Harang, it's been a while since he has picked up a victory. And a base hit for Marte to start the bottom of the 5th. Check out the Budweiser Bow Tie Bar next time you come down to PNC Park. Full service bar, weather protected dining space, and much more. You can bring your group along, enjoy a private dining area, or stop by during the game to take in the action. For more information, call 1-800-5BOX or visit pirates.com. Beautiful area over there.
That's right next to the Root Sports Pre-game, post-game set.
That's right. That's where you and Rob will do the post-game show.
Be over
right
there
next to the Budweiser Bow Tie Bar.
Just a few minutes after the game. Come by and say hi.
Pop up by Ike Davis to the shortstop. Simmons.
There's Bowtie Bar. You know, one of the great things about that location is that view you have of the river. The fact that the windows are there. It really is a great place here at PNC. A lot of great places. Yeah, that's one of them.
Not a place you can, I think, sit in this ballpark. You don't say it's a great time, great view.
But you have those windows there that if it's early in the year, it's a little cool. They got the heaters going. One of many great locations to enjoy an inning away from the field.
One ball, one strike on Mercer. Marte runs on the ground ball to short. Brings up Brandon Compton. And Harang, we mentioned this earlier, has been a pretty sturdy, dependable pitcher over the years. It's about 8 seasons with the Braves, with the Reds rather.
Yeah, I never liked to see him in the probables list when we were going into Cincinnati.
It's his 13th season in the big leagues. He's averaged 29 starts a year, at least 140 innings pitched 9 times. Since 2004, this is his 315th start. Bouncing ball and into left field, Brandon Compton. This is his second hit and his first RBI.
Get it, put and play. That's always job one. You're a pitcher, stay away from the strikeout. Just hit the ball somewhere, and it might find a hole. Might fall in.
First career ribby for Brandon Compton. One hop shot to the shortstop. Simmons tosses to second for the force. Bucks get one. They're down 8.
Stroke, not a lot of power, but a good hitter. He put a good swing on that pitch. I'll never forget it. I can see it as if it was yesterday. Wohlers was going to charge Spanky, and Spanky was smart enough to charge Wohlers.
Don't miss more of Jim Leland along with Jay Bell, Rich Donnelly, Ray Miller, and Bob Walk, recalling Game 4 of the Pirates' 91 NLCS against the Braves on the next Root Sports Classics. Hear their stories and relive the Bucks beat the Braves in extras to even the series on Bucks Chop Down Braves, Pirates 1991 NLCS Game 4, Thursday at 6:30 on Root Sports. Tonight on Root Sports, the Braves have been doing the chopping last night and so far tonight. But yet, folks still having a good time.
That's just one game out of 162.
And you can't concede this one yet. Oliver Onion went down.
Yeah, he's
lost his glasses. AT Pete, I guess, grabbed them and carried him away.
He's not very popular with the other pros.
There's some kids
no, with the other pro. The other pro, yeah, they shun him. They don't like. They don't like Pete.
Well, look at Pete. Kind of acting like the boss there.
Yeah. What's new?
Yeah. There's Pete for Pete Van Weren. I know Steve and Tim last night talked about a longtime broadcaster, Pete Van Weren, who passed away earlier this month. A tribute to him.
Really a institution in Atlanta. Pete was there when I was a Brave, a long time ago.
He called Braves games for 33 years. Gaddis flies to right. Previous 3 innings, a Brave had reached starting off the frame. Phil Goslin a base hit in the 3rd. B.J. Upton led off the 4th with a double, and Chris Johnson had reached on Jordy Mercer's error. So Compton retires Gaddis, and now here's Andrelton Simmons. Slick fielding shortstop, Gold Glover last year, 2nd round pick 4 years ago. Western Oklahoma State Junior College. Native of Curacao. Do you remember when we had Jack Wilson in the radio booth a couple years ago? Wilson had spent some time with the Braves toward the end of his career, and he said, look out for a guy named Andrelton Simmons. Another big swing.
Look out when he's got a bat. He's going to fall down with it when he swings.
I know I've asked you this before. I know what Steve's response has been when a guy used to do that in Steve's day. The next pitch may not be in his back, but
it never bothered me.
Never did.
I mean, there were, obviously I've talked about things. I think people know what bothers me out there, but yeah, the big swing. Okay, you're taking yourself out of your own game, really. That's what I would think. It's just like pitching. When you overthrow, you're not giving yourself the best chance to do your job. And I think the same thing with the hitters. I think they can overswing. But I know that Steve,
he was just going like that.
That's
where the pitch would be.
I know that. Guys like Buster Keeson, they don't go for that sort of thing. Bob Gibson. Now you take a big swing and fall down, then they would assume that you like being on the ground, and they would put you on the ground again. And nowadays, there's no penalty. You don't get suspended or anything. So maybe it'll make a comeback.
That's true.
Maybe it'll make a comeback.
That's a great point. Baseball's decided no suspension when you hit a guy smack in the middle of the back. So maybe it will make a comeback. Freddie Gonzalez is maybe talking to Simmons, perhaps, although maybe Simmons isn't 100% after taking those big swings. Headed up the middle, might have skipped off the bag, but Walker takes care of B.J. Upton, and the Braves for the first time tonight go down in order.
Continues on a Tuesday here, and our next question comes from me. I have a question for John Axford. As a film and television major at Notre Dame, you have a pretty good knack for picking all the winners at the Oscars. What's your secret?
For me, it's just something I have fun with. Since I'm not doing my other passion, which would be film, I'm playing baseball, so I just tend to keep up and enjoy it as much as I can, watch as many movies as I can, and the Oscars just came to be one day, and I'll just keep going with it.
Guys, he was perfect. 18 for 18, picking all the winners from all the categories with the Oscars this year. And if I'm correct, he picked 14 of 15 winners last year. So maybe a career in Hollywood after baseball's done, picking the winners? I don't know.
Well, he's so good at that, and he's so much fun, too. He's I think, a great personality to add to this team. John Axford, of course, most importantly, a good arm for that bullpen. A good question there from Dan about those Oscars, and he, I guess, would be considered an expert. Ramiro Pena takes over at shortstop for Simmons. John Axford. Perhaps Simmons was not 100%, as though Freddie Gonzalez was talking to him, and one of the trainers, I think it was Jeff Porter.
Maybe even hurt himself on one of those big swings. He was falling all around.
Remember 4 years ago when Freddie Gonzalez drew some headlines when he pulled Hanley Ramirez from a game while he was managing the Marlins. Ramirez had booted a ball as the shortstop, and then the ball actually was kicked into left field, and he kind of lightly jogged after it, allowing a couple of runs to score, and Gonzalez pulled him right away. Andrew McCutchen, third at bat of the night. He struck out looking and sent a ball to the wall in right. Freddie Gonzalez, and it was almost like you knew he was, most people expected he was going to replace Bobby Cox. He was like the manager in waiting. So even though he was let go, there was a job waiting for him in Atlanta. 0-2 on McCutchen.
ought to shake it off. Kutch got a little tired of waiting.
Hopefully he hits a home run.
Folks, a little disappointed tonight, but they're still hoping, I think, to see something out of McCutchen. Brighten things up.
Look out.
That would have scattered the dugout in the old days.
Deep third, and McCutchen falls.
I think he's all right. I think he just slipped and fell as
he wanted so badly to get that hit.
Making the break. Everybody kind of hushed up quiet as they saw him laying there in the dirt.
Allegheny Health Network Supermo.
I see.
People see him hit the ground tonight.
Yeah.
You do take a deep breath. In on the hands of Walker, and a soft liner to first. And Orang has thrown 6 innings, given up 2 runs on 4 hits, and leading 10-2.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. We're driven to be better. And by Levin Mattress, located in all Levin furniture showrooms and freestanding stores. Let's go Bucks!
7th inning. Dog days of August are here. It's another pup night. Remember, just a couple years ago, they had like 1 or 2 of these a year.
Yeah,
I think they have 1 a month now, and they are always sold out.
Sell them out.
And look,
who knew that dogs love baseball?
You're right. Who knew?
Yeah.
Andrew McCutchen, obviously no problem. He slipped at home plate. He's back out there. I'm still waiting for the folks at Root Sports to get together with the Pirates and get you out there as an analyst, and it would be perfect. I will stay here. I'll anchor the fort here, at the desk, anchor desk, and when you report from the deck with the pups.
Can't leave you.
You have a new puppy at home, don't you?
Sam.
Is Sam ready to make his first Pirate? Come on. It's a Pirate game this year.
His mother said no.
Really?
Yes. He's not ready. He's too small. And that he can't make an appearance this year. Maybe next season when he gets bigger and stronger. And
now, do you think Sam's really ready though?
No, I think he's a little
nervous yet.
He's a bok dog.
Oh,
you know what that is?
A bok dog.
Bok. Yeah, it's chicken. Bok.
I hope Sam is not listening.
He knows it. But I'm working with him. I'm getting him a little.
You know how you toughen?
We go for walks in the woods.
You toughen Sam
stuff.
up. You bring him to pup night.
Yeah, that might do it. Might scar him forever too. I don't know. Sam's a good dog. Sam's at home right now. Sam watches the baseball games on the TV at home.
As you said, dogs love baseball.
Yeah, well, Sam does. He really does. He loves to sit and watch the game, from what I understand. I think he knows his dad's voice.
That's what he likes. It comforts the bok dog.
Yes.
When he hears Dad.
Sammy.
Well, those dogs are nice out there. I'm sure they'd love to have Sam.
It's not my call, Greg.
I understand. A bet with a 7-year-old. Please give me a ball.
There you go. One just went over there.
Still in search of that souvenir baseball.
If I had one, I'd give it to you. Oh, there's one in the TV truck.
Did you see the one I got in D.C., by the way?
No.
My bag of stuff. I know I'm on here, but I'm going to show you this. You'll like this.
Oh, look at that. Is it the presidents?
It's the presidents.
Nice.
Washington, D.C. baseball of all the presidents. Can you take that out of the case?
I don't know how to open it, Greg.
Zach, can you give us a hand here?
Zach, you know how these things work? It's like a Rubik's Cube.
It is like a Rubik's Cube. I know it opens because...
Just smash on the floor.
2 outs. Hayward flies to left, and it's 2 up and 2 down. While Zach works on that, we're going to get a photo of that baseball once he removes it from its case. AT&T fan photo of the night. Oh, Lenny, when I grow up, I want to play for the Pirates. Nice.
You will.
AT&T fan photo of the night. That's a great one right there. The baseball.
Zach, how you doing over there with the box? You finally figured out? Did the Secret Service put that together or what?
Yeah, he's got it.
Let's go, Bucks.
All right.
Hey, more future Pirates. Ready to field a team there. He's got his baseball. Don't lose it. How about that?
Here, you want to hold it up?
No. Yeah, you've done this before.
Okay, here, I'll put it up. It's got the nice little presidential logo back up a little bit. And then it's got all the presidents all the way around it.
Well, that's pretty cool, right?
Huh?
You like that, right?
I think this is a really cool. Where'd you get? Did you get this at
I went into the
gift shop?
The gift shop across next to Ebbett Grill.
Oh, okay.
And
Slider.
Yeah, you and I and some others a couple of years ago went into the White House gift shop. Mm-hmm. It did not have this, I recall.
No,
it didn't have a lot.
No, I got a coffee mug.
I think it had like 3 items.
You know me, I get a coffee mug everywhere we go. Yeah, it was like a closet downstairs.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Cardboard boxes full of stuff.
And 1, 2, 3 for Compton for the 2nd consecutive inning. So that's the good news. The bad news is the Pirates starter tonight Francisco Liriano gave up 9 runs, 7 earned, and 4+. So the Pirates fell behind early. And we're going to keep it right here for a 7th inning stretch as the Buccos and Braves are playing in the middle game of this 3-game series.
Home on Root Sports as we sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Shots from the Allegheny Health Network Super Bowl. The sounds of Taking Back Sunday. 0-1 the count on Russell Martin. Taking Back Sunday, performing at Stage AE on September the 10th. One and two. Aaron Harang talked about how durable he has been over the years. And Bob, you remember one of the great slights maybe in recent baseball history was in 2006 when this man led the National League in strikeouts with 216. He had 6 complete games, tied for the National League lead in starts and wins. He won 16 games. He was among the league leaders in innings pitched. He was in the top 11th in ERA. Did not receive a single vote for the Cy Young Award.
Not one.
Only pitcher in the then 50-year history of the award to lead his league in wins and strikeouts and not win the Cy Young.
Didn't
even get a vote. Russell Martin will be getting some votes for a Gold Glove. As oftentimes, you know, when a player has a fine offensive season, they recognize his defense. And he leads off the bottom of the 7th with a base hit. Nissan Road Ahead, the finale of this series. Tomorrow night, Garrett Cole returns. He'll be opposed by lefty Alex Wood. The Nissan Road Ahead. Looking as though Garrett Cole will be asked to shut down Atlanta's high-powered offense in the first 2 games of this series. They've been whacking the ball around.
Remember last year at this time of the season when we really needed a win, really needed somebody to come and just pitch a real strong ball game. It was Cole that was usually doing it. And that's what we're looking for now, obviously.
Pirates almost had a second runner thrown out on the bases on a line drive down by a bunch. Martin scrambles back.
It's always tough when you're on first base and the ball is hit to the right side. That you just don't have much time to get back.
Mike Davis was the man who lined into that double play last night. Travis Snyder was thrown out. He was at second. Davis has struck out looking and popped to short. We mentioned that Clint Hurdle said he'll pick his spots when it comes to starting Pedro Alvarez over at first base. And the Pirates manager, for the most part, said that Alvarez didn't come out and say it, but hinted that he won't be playing third base again this season. And there's another pop-up by Davis. And he fouls out to Chris Johnson. He is 0 for 3. Just 5 hits on the night for the Pirates against Aaron Harang. All right.
Outstanding. It's been a tough night, but that'll make you smile.
Was that Terry who did that for her? And whose hand was that? Because Terry's the camera person.
That's amazing that he can take a picture of his own hand.
Oh, it was his own hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
happy.
I think every kid comes to the ball game wants to go home with a baseball. Something that you can always remember. There you go. There's Terry. Good job, Terry.
Terry working hard. I know the guys in the trailer, some gypsies, are working hard. I wonder if we might be able to get a shot of our guys working hard in the trailer.
No, they won't do that.
They won't do that.
No.
They'll take a shot of us in the booth anytime, but they won't take a shot of themselves. America wants to see the trailer. Do we have a? Can we tweet stuff out right now, Adam, our producer, Adam Elmore? Can we tweet out if you want to see some gypsies? Okay, they can. What do they tweet? Hashtag Bucks Booth. If you want to see some of the gypsies in the trailer, hashtag Bucks Booth. He said you can do it all you want. We'll see what happens. Come on. Flood them with these tweets.
I'm guessing there's a lot of no's going to be coming out.
I disagree. There's another happy. All popped up. And match made. 10-2. T-Mobile game changer. came early in this ball game. Well, it was the third inning, and Justin Upton came to the plate with 2 on and nobody out. His home run really kind of opened up the floodgates. That made it 4-0, and Upton would continue with a 2-run single in the 5th. Our T-Mobile game changer. Not giving up.
Gotta believe. You always have to believe. Right to the end.
Starling Marte passed along a souvenir.
Yep, gotta make some friends. You're the left fielder. You want everybody on your side. Take care of them. Teams used to have to buy those baseballs, and we were allowed to give them away last day of the season during batting practice. We'd catch them out in the outfield, throw them up and stuff. Now they go into the stands every inning. They'll throw them up there.
Pirates have not been able to retire Freddie Freeman. A couple of hits, couple of walks.
Some of the teams that Greg on the road would write the team's initials on the baseballs because they didn't want the other team to get any of them. The Dodgers, of all people, are the ones that started that. The first time I've ever seen that. They would come out and they'd make sure they get their own balls. And now everybody shares. You used to have to carry your own batting practice balls on the road with you. And the Dodgers had theirs with a little LA on them so nobody else would get them. Just one of the little things that's changed.
Yeah. Fourth strikeout for Compton. A luxury suite at PNC Park, perfect way to celebrate a special occasion, entertain clients, or just enjoy a night out on the town. A lot of options available to fit your needs, including the World Series suites for larger groups, or a game day luxury suite for a more intimate gathering. For more info on all upscale seating options, go to pirates.com/premium. Some of those suites, I think some of the players' fathers have arrived. This is a dad's trip coming up to Milwaukee. A lot of players will be bringing their fathers on this trip. Justin Upton fouls out to Davis. Hurdle started that a couple years ago. I believe his dad will be on the trip. Series in Milwaukee coming up. A couple of rally caps there.
Compton able to come in and throw all these innings, save the bullpen. And Vance Worley last night kind of able to do that too after giving up 6 runs in the first. Worked 5 more, got deep into the ball game, put up nothing but 0, so the bullpen didn't get wore down. Normally 6 runs in the first inning means it's going to be a bullpen day, but it'll be fairly fresh for tomorrow.
2-2 on Chris Johnson. Bounced to Harrison. So Brandon Compton, 3 straight 1, 2, 3 innings. All right, Rob, thanks very much. It's been all Braves here the first 2 games of this series. Brandon Compton comes to the plate, and he had an RBI single in the 5th. So he's been the bright spot tonight, the way he has pitched. Of course, on the Braves side, Aaron Harang's in that rocking chair, and he strikes out his mound opponent now. I'm sorry, we're going to go to our welcome to the Windstream viewers in the State College area. The Windstream viewers in State College, thanks for watching and rooting on your Pittsburgh Pirates. All of us at Root Sports and the Pirates appreciate your support. Let's go Bucks. So anyway, we're saying that we have had an overwhelming response thanks to you, our viewer and viewers. The hashtag Bucks Booth. You wanted to see some real live gypsies. There they are. Or that they were.
Yeah, they didn't stay long, did they? But that's the
we'll get them back.
That's the inside of the trailer.
After this at bat, so you get a good look at them, and we want to give them their proper due.
You gotta look at the front bench. That's the big shooters there in the front.
Adam, Pete, Mike, wave, and in the way back there, Jason. The brain, Steel Town. Apollo and Ramiro Pena. Not able to make the play, and he's charged with the error. Pena replaced Simmons in the 6th.
Ball came up just a little bit, got him in the heel of the glove. He'll get his E.
Now Travis Snyder to the plate. Anyway, thanks again for sending us all those tweets. Overwhelming response. You tweet Bucks Booth, they will respond. Even though they didn't want to.
Nope, they didn't want that at all.
You forced it. Your vote. One ball, one strike on Snyder. One of 5 hits against Aaron Harang, looking for his 10th win.
And there's a percentage of pitchers. I don't think it's really a big percentage either, Greg, that they learn to evolve throughout their careers and change their style of pitching a little bit as their stuff changes as they get older. And Harang, an excellent example of that.
He's talked about how he's using that cutter a lot more than he used to.
Well, he used to throw the ball with mid-90s, a lot of high fastballs. That's where you get all those strikeouts you were talking about. A lot of swings and misses on the letter high pitches.
And there's a base hit for Travis Snyder.
Travis staying hot.
As Harang approaches the 100 pitch mark, Eddie Gonzalez is going to get someone loosening in the bullpen for Atlanta. Snyder 2 for 4. Roger McDowell will buy that bullpen some time. Additionally, Bob, all these years pitching for Harang, he's becoming a guy that almost a dinosaur in this day and age. Has never undergone Tommy John surgery.
yeah, that makes him kind of rare. Just that fact that to throw as many innings as he had, not to go through that, that's not an easy thing.
A lot of it, he said, had to do with his dad never allowing him to throw a breaking pitch until age 13, and he also said he once the baseball season was over, he was growing up, he played other sports. It wasn't year-round baseball.
Yeah, I believe that's something that's very important. Your arm really needs rest. Go out and do other things. Whether even if it's not another sport, do something else. My sons with the summer ball and the fall ball, they played more baseball here in Pennsylvania than I did growing up in Southern California. It just the opportunities to just play. And all those games on those arms, someday they're going to catch up to you.
David Hale loosening in the bullpen for Atlanta. Could be two. Well, his first night back off the DL. Unfortunately, 0 for 4.
A 10-2 lead. Brendan Compton still on the mound for the Buccos, and as Greg mentioned earlier, he grew up in Georgia, went to nearby Georgia Tech, which is in Atlanta. He also won 2 state championships at Greenbrier High School in 2006 and 2007, and he was also a guest at the school's winter baseball camp back in December. As a member of the Wolfpack guys, Compton went all-time 31-3 with an ERA of 1.01, while also hitting .415 with 106 RBIs. You guys talked about playing baseball year-round. Well, sometimes when you do that, you can put up some pretty good numbers in high school.
What an athlete, Brandon Compton. Evans, Georgia, Greenbrier High School that Dan Potash mentions. Had his high school uniform number 12 retired this past January. Travis Snyder moves from right field to left. Starling Marte moves from left to center. And Jason Nix now in right field. So Andrew McCutchen comes back tonight. Back playing again. And after his 8 innings, he'll go back in that clubhouse, shower, and be ready for tomorrow. One.
Compton's got to feel like he made a start tonight.
Yeah.
Well,
what a job.
He's done a very good job. He'll be on the shelf for a couple of days, though, after this. You don't come in out of the bullpen very often and get a couple of bats.
Yeah. He's retired 10 straight. Of his first Major League RBI. Has struck out 4. High drive deep to left field. Look at this bomb. Off, looks like the second or third rung of the rotunda. Evan Gattis, an absolute bomb. His 19th of the year.
Yeah, he's got that kind of moonshot power. He's hit some big ones, long ones. Hanging slider. Nobody really, Gattis never even looked at it. He just put the bat down, started jogging. He knew that that one was on the rotunda.
I mean, you know, they measure or they count the number of home runs that are hit into the river. They don't count the number of balls that hit the rotunda. Second rung. I mean, that is one of the bigger blasts to left field we have seen here in this ballpark.
Yeah, if you hit that one to right, it's wet. That one's in the river.
Wow. El Oso Blanco, the white bear, they call him. Line drive the other way. Ramiro Pena. Gattis. Another look.
Disappeared into the night. Hit off the looked like the second deck, right off the railing.
Man, that is a bomb.
That's back there a ways. You know, you walk around that rotunda, you look back to the field toward home plate. I mean, it's a long ways to home plate. That has to look pretty impressive to watch a home run.
I would think.
From there. To see it coming at you.
Because they just don't go that far. Balls that are hit to left field maybe clear that bleacher section there, but
now if he hit that ball just another 30-40 feet to the right, that's up into the second deck of the left field bleachers, and we never hardly ever. There's maybe been a handful of balls hit there the whole time we've been at PNC Park. Long home runs to left field. You don't really see that many of them. You see the ball coming down. It's going to hit the railing on the second level. Or I guess maybe that'd be the third level if you call the ground level number 1.
Right. That's a story in itself. The Evan Gattis story. Ball the other way, and Nix makes the catch for the first out. And maybe Compton starting to tire here. Clint Hurdle asking him to get 2 more outs and really save the bullpen.
Yeah, this is one of those. You're out there for the duration, and you just take whatever comes, take it for the team.
With an 11-2 lead, Aaron Harang will bat for the 5th time. Harang had an RBI single in the second. This is the 3rd time he's faced Compton. Compton has struck him out looking twice. Will be Harang's try and complete. Compton gets him for the 3rd time. 5th strikeout for Compton. Jason Hayward. The Braves are going to win their 5th straight and hand the Pirates their 7th straight loss. Hayward is looking for his 3rd hit of the evening. To first, Davis on to Compton. Does it for the Braves, but Evan Gattis flexes his muscles. A blast to left. His teammates, and on a special edition of Inside Pirates Baseball, you'll find out why. Some of it's obvious, like his strength and accuracy behind the plate, but there's more to Martin's talents, both on and off the field. Explore them all on Inside Pirates Baseball Super Russ, debuting Friday at 7 on Root Sports.
Takes that skateboard on the road with it.
Everywhere.
The other stadiums, will get off the bus, ride that baby down the tunnels all the way to the clubhouse. Superman.
Walker the other way and out of play. So Harang, through his 8 innings, looking to go the distance. It'll be his first complete game. Last complete game was June 11th last year against Houston. David Hale back up.
I look like that little cutter that he tries to use now to get in on lefties. Tried to throw that one, kind of cut it right in onto the hands of Walker.
A fly ball. Center fielder B.J. Upton calls off his brother. And there's one down. A lot to talk about tonight after this one on our Pirates postgame show, and Bob Walk will join Rob King. Have all the reaction from the clubhouse. Clint Hurdle's postgame press conference. I'm sure he will be talking about Garrett Cole's start tomorrow night, though he'll have to address Francisco Liriano's rough outing. Brandon Compton, strong relief appearance, 5 innings through 74 pitches. Gave up a couple of runs on 4 hits.
A lot of pitches coming out of the bullpen, isn't it? Up in the 70s. Really did what the Pirates needed tonight out of the bullpen. Amen. Saved everybody else.
Oh, hit hard to center field and over the head of Upton, and Walker, or rather Martin, goes into second base.
Super Rush.
Doubles over the head of B.J. Upton.
Upton had a beat on it. Made his little jump up to get the ball and just didn't get up very high. It's like it maybe just ticked the leather a little bit. And Russell gets to come out of this one, well deserved. Had to be a long game for him back behind the plate.
Brent Morrell pinch running. Three starts back against San Diego. Harang threw 118 pitches against San Diego. He's looking for his first win since July the 10th. Marte has himself another hit, and Nick Leyva will hold Morrell, putting runners at first and third. A 2-hit night for Starling Marte.
I wonder how many pitches that he's going to let Harang throw. Going back to the back, knowing exactly if that ball is going to fall in or not.
Freddie Gonzalez is looking at not only the pitch count, figure maybe 120. He went 118, he'd let him go 120, but also looking out for Harang's ERA. If Davis were to pick up another hit here, third run, as Hale is ready. 114 pitches. And this is into right field. That drops in for a hit. RBI for Davis, and that will be it.
Yep, couldn't make it. It's a little bit of solace for the fans here at PNC. The Pirates able to knock Harang out here in the 9th inning.
We'll be back.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
We saw the Ice Bucket Challenge earlier today. Bench coach Jeff Bannister, first base coach Rick Sofield, and general manager Neil Huntington all took that Ice Bucket Challenge, as that has become a craze all around the country to help raise awareness and funding for ALS, Lou Gehrig disease. Ed Hurdle challenged all three of those gentlemen, and now they have challenged others, including Jeff Bannister challenging John Wehner. And here's David Hale. Hale got 2 outs last night in the 7th inning. Also walked a man. Popped up by Jordy Mercer. It's an infield fly. Caught anyway by Pena. And now Pedro Alvarez will pinch hit for Compton. Three Atlanta. 2 on and 2 out. Night after he made his first professional appearance, and it was a start at first base last night. He was hitless in 4 at-bats. Pinch hitting here for Compton. Stabbed by Hale. That will do it. Back-to-back thumpings. Last night 7-3. This one 11-3.
Now, Greg, last night I had a feeling of a little bit of a comeback there with the 3 solo home runs, cut it 6-3, and you're thinking, okay, this is going to be one of those games where the Pirates at home come back and win, and it didn't happen. But tonight, I just never felt like we were really in the ball game.
Yeah, Atlanta getting that 3 spot, that home run in the 3rd, and then that 5 spot in the 5th. Pretty much a runaway for Atlanta. So the Pirates will look to salvage the finale tomorrow. A lot to talk about, as we mentioned. Bob will be joining Rob King in just a moment. Go downstairs now to Rob.
Thank you very much, Greg. Look forward to Bob coming down here. A lot to talk about. Not very much of it good, unfortunately, for the Pirates, who now have a 7-game losing streak. That matches their longest since September of 2012, when they also lost 7 games in a row. So the Bucs wobbling right now as they head down this stretch run of the playoffs and, of course, find themselves on the outside of the picture looking in. We will talk more about that a little bit later on. But how about the Upton brothers, especially Justin Upton, playing tonight in his 1,000th career game. He extends his hitting streak to 10 games, 2 for 4, a walk, his 24th home run, and 5 runs batted in for Justin Upton He helps power the Atlanta Braves to an 11-3 victory over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Coming up next on Pirates Postgame, presented by the Allegheny Health Network, Bob Walk will make his way down here to our set in Section 103. We'll talk about tonight's game. We will have highlights and postgame reaction. Bob will have his analysis as well. We'll also take you for highlights around the league. The Bucs in another loss. What does it mean for them in the playoff picture? We'll have highlights and updated standings in both the NL Central and the wild card race. All that and more coming up next on Pirates Postgame.